Mr. President, how's the golf swing? Sir, you know I'm retired. Well, who the hell plans a field trip to a place like that? Alright. I'm in. And sir, I'm gonna need the biggest fucking gun you've got.
Guys, I got something in my eye, real bad, and I think, that's what it is. It's Lou Ferrigno crying.
Glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't wait to talk about this.
I got a question for you guys.
What's that?
Ask away.
Are you ready to get in the cage?
Let's get in the cage.
I wasn't told it was that type of fighting.
Oh God.
What's up, everybody? We're here talking about a very special movie. I don't think any of us have seen it, but we'll,
Nope.
you know, we probably have history with the characters, but we don't have history with the movie. 1989. Let me set the stage for you. Lou Ferrigno. All right, hot off of the Incredible Hulk fame. Reb Brown, our Captain America, our Lord and Savior, B Action. Taking on a crime syndicate, an underground cage fighting ring, and it's called Cage 1989. I love this movie. I can't wait to talk about it. What about you guys?
I'm fucking pumped. But I got a rebuttal question real quick. What were you guys doing in 1989?
I was
Watching Batman?
9. I was watching Batman. Yeah.
Depends on when this came out. I wasn't born yet.
Oh, okay. Baby Dustin.
It's
Baby
me.
Dustin running around. Yeah.
Oh,
Baby
man.
Dustin.
I actually thought I thought when I was 1989, man, this movie has 70 quality to it. I was like, I feel like movies would have a better film quality at this point, but it was cool because it had that vibe and I liked it.
It did. I don't even remember what the studio is that did this. It's not one, it's not a mainstream one.
Yeah.
This is a definitely lower tier than Canon. Even though you look at the cast going, holy fucking shit, this thing's cast. But welcome back to B Action. Dustin is back from Japan. I feel like it's been forever since we've all been recording.
I'm back.
He is back, and it is November, and it is Mickey's pick, and we are picking Cage. I have a trailer.
Yes.
And I played it for the first couple of seconds, and I went, oh shit, this is going to be one of those with no dialogue. And then the fucking dialogue started, and I was like, oh yes. So
it's like this movie.
Right? So let's hit this trailer, and I cannot wait to get into this movie.
Let's do it.
Four walls of steel wire, 16 feet square.
Man's sorry to report to you that your fight is dead. If you cannot dispose of the body, we will take care of it for you.
Billy Thomas and Scott Monroe, two lifelong friends, are drawn into the secret world.
Billy, how would you like to make a lot of money fighting?
Oh, I don't like to fight.
Where they uncover its corruption, expose its secrets, and their only way out is to fight for the greatest prize of all.
This fight ain't gonna last long.
Their lives. Lou Ferrigno, Rep Brown,
You ain't gonna shoot a lady, are you, dickhead?
Cage.
You wouldn't
That was epic.
hit a man with glasses, would you? you'd hit a man with glasses. Okay,
I would hit you with the glasses. That's exactly what I would do.
Oh my goodness! So what this movie came about because when we were first diving into B action, we're like, there has to be a movie with Red Brown and Al Leong in it. And
Yes.
Mickey goes, I fucking know one. I know one, and it's called Cage. Mickey scavenged and found this movie for us to do because, Al Leong is the greatest henchman of all time.
He's iconic. He's our patron saint over on Give Me Back My Action movies.
Yeah.
We light a candle for Al Leong every week.
It was just weird though. Like he had a lot of lines in this movie.
He did.
This
Yes.
is the most I've ever heard this man talk since I watched his documentary.
So
Like-
weird, man.
It blew me away. And he doesn't show up for he's Al Leong for half of the movie where he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the end, it's like, he's like Silent Bob. All of a sudden, he's got monologues at the end of this movie.
He's out there, you hear the music start queuing up, and he's just giving fucking Oscar-worthy
Yeah.
dialogue and monologues and shit.
Red Brown's over there he just won't shut up about this Chasing Amy movie. What the fuck, man?
He told me one time he was in a movie with Bruce Willis, and then he told me one time he was in a movie where he ate, Snickers in a fucking little convenience shop, and then another time he was a henchman and he fought two brothers while looking for the double dragon.
Yeah. Speaking of Die Hard, our villain is none other than Takashi from Die Hard from Nakatomi Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, holy shit. He's a good guy in Die Hard, kind of good guy, he gets killed, but then all of a sudden, he's the main villain in this. And I was like, oh, I like this. This is, okay. So we don't have history with this movie, but I think it's apt if we have a little bit of history, maybe with Lou Ferrigno. So, Mickey, let's start with you. This is your pick. What's your history with Lou Ferrigno?
I mean, I mentioned it in the opening, The Incredible Hulk, right? Very first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a kid who had a dad that was like, check this shit out. Yes, thank you. And just seeing this guy so big, and I'm like, wow, did that guy really transform into that? And it's like, no, it's a different actor. This is Lou Ferrigno. And then as I got a little bit older, I got really into the strongman competitions, World's Strongest Man. So, at that time he wasn't in it, obviously. But once I found out, oh wait, Lou Ferrigno used to do this, I went back and found everything I could because I was obsessed with that as a teenager and in my 20s. It fascinated me. I loved it. So
I loved it. Thor, all those guys.
Yeah.
I love.
And then seeing him in he's in that Arnold documentary too, right?
Yeah, Pumping Iron.
Pumping Iron. Yeah.
Pumping Iron.
Yeah. So just I feel like I've been there for a lot of his career coming up in these movies and even King of Queens and
I was gonna say I remember him being the neighbor in King of Queens.
Yeah, I've seen him at a couple cons. He's a great guy. He's a really cool dude. Yeah, love Lou Ferrigno.
Who I can't imagine anyone had something bad to say about Lou Ferrigno. Like Mickey, we're close to the same age. He was my Incredible Hulk. I watched those shows to see. It wasn't putting a dude in a muscle suit. It was bring a dude with muscles over and paint his ass green, and you believed it as a kid, man. And I fell in love with it. And then seeing him in the cameo in the Incredible, even the Ang Lee Incredible Hulk movies and stuff, you're still like, you're doing the Leonardo DiCaprio like Dustin does all the time. Like, no, there he is. But yeah, I feel like I've just always known about Lou Ferrigno. Then he did, the Hercules movies, which were very kid friendly, kind of Greek god with a little sci-fi. Y'all remember he fought robot dinosaurs in that, right? In the movie Hercules. Yeah. So
I think I have that one over there on
I've
tape.
got it somewhere. I think we did it on some kind of countdown thing I did with a buddy of mine. But I've just always known about Lou Ferrigno. He's always been there. And I love him to death. And this movie just endeared me even more to him. So Dustin, what about you, buddy? What's your history with Lou Ferrigno?
Same deal. Grew up watching the Incredible Hulk show, and then he did his cameos in the Ang Lee Hulk movie, and that was the first time I was like, "Oh, that's him. That's the guy that plays the
Yeah.
Hulk." And then he's the
The Hulk's in the Hulk movie.
Yeah, wait a minute, Hulkception. And then the one with Ed Norton. But then I just was looking through IMDb and realized that he was in Hell Comes to Frogtown 2.
Oh, he's in the sequel. We haven't done that one yet.
Oh hell yeah.
Okay.
He's there, so we got to check that one out eventually.
Another check mark for why we got to do the sequel.
Yeah, but no, like I get like you guys knowing Lou. I don't remember a time in my life where I didn't know who Lou Ferrigno was. He's just a larger than life man, and he would always stick out like a sore thumb. So, yeah, the show.
He's like somebody. I know we're a bunch of three dudes sitting here. I want a hug from that man so bad right now.
Could you imagine?
I feel like it's the warmest, most comforting hug in the entire world.
Yeah, probably.
And I fucking want one. Okay, so next
how
time I'm
tall
at
do
a
you think-
con,
How tall do you think he is? How tall is Lou Ferrigno?
I didn't look it
He's,
up. I mean, he's like
He's like 6'6", 6'7", maybe.
I'm gonna look it up.
He's taller than me, and I'm 6 foot. I know because
I'm 6'5", so I'm thinking he's somewhere around my height.
Yeah,
somewhere around there. But
He's 6'5". Okay, so you
Yeah.
guys
Okay.
you guys would embrace eye to eye.
I can look him in the eye like Red Brown does. That's exactly
Oh my
it,
god,
man.
dude, he would pick me and Mickey up.
Yes.
like he did Tony in the movie. Here.
Yeah, he'd pick
Oh
us
yeah.
up, dude.
No, you look like the bikini girls that you hold them up on your arms.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
holding Mickey and Dustin up.
He's got his coddled like a fucking baby. But you brought that up, man. I didn't realize how big Red Brown was either. Like,
Yeah,
He's a big
he
dude.
was eye to eye with Lou Ferrigno in this movie, and I'm like, wow, he is really fucking big. And
That's why he was Captain America. He's
But
that's
like when-
America's ass.
There's a really good size comparison in this movie later, which I guess I'll bring up right now, because there's a part where Red Brown is talking to Al Leong, and dude, Al Leong's like looking at Red Brown's belly button,
He almost did.
and that's what I was like, maybe Al Leong's sitting down or something, and it pans out, and
No.
they're all just standing there. I'm like, oh no, okay, but I
Just
didn't
standing
realize
there.
how fucking big he was, because he was like eye to eye, dude. When he puts his hand on Lou Ferrigno's shoulder, I'm like, those are fucking big hands.
yeah.
Like
No,
I did
he's a
not
big dude.
did not realize how big he was.
There's a lot of big guys in this movie.
Uh,
The
Yeah.
Chain guy, Mario's pretty big. I was like, damn, Mario should be in fighting. He's the same size as Lou Ferrigno.
dude,
Yep.
fucking Mario. When the boss is they're like, there's some kids at my fucking car over there, and Mario runs out of the room. And he goes, oh, what? Never mind. He gets it, and then the gangsters come in and start fucking up the boss. And Mario walks in. He goes, oh, why I oughta? And he starts fucking Three Stooges slapping them, man.
Us, man.
he's like,
Love
whoop, 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 fucking getting him, dude. It was fucking wild. But
Well,
I don't
we
want to
also
jump.
got-
I don't want to jump around too much. I'm just
No.
jumping around. But
I was gonna say, well, there's another big dude in here. My man,
Professor-
Matthias Hughes, jumps up in this movie. So
Is
Matthias.
Is he one of the fighters? Because I didn't even notice him.
Yeah, he's the one in the tight blue pants.
Okay.
oh, he's like the
Okay.
one roundhousing people.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
like,
okay,
you-
okay.
They never showed his face. I didn't even
No,
recognize him.
His
they do. It's when he
legs
has
are as tall as
really
people.
short hair.
But
He has
did have
really
blonde
short
I
hair in
remember
this.
that.
He
Yeah.
looks like fucking Sting in this.
Yeah, that's Matthias
what I-
Hughes.
That-
Yeah.
That's what I thought, dude. The
Put him in
fucking
the Scorpion
stinger.
Deathlock.
That's what I'm saying. Scorpion splashes them in the ring.
I was hoping their champion would be someone like, Professor Toru Tanaka, but it wasn't. It was like
Could
some
you,
rando guy. I don't know. It was too much
you're talking about-
awesomeness. in
You
this
talking about the
movie.
last guy, like the final battle or whatever?
Yeah, the
the
champion.
East Coast champion. I was like, this guy's was like a clown.
Well, that
compared to what
guy's a
they've been fighting.
nothing. But the Asian dude, the other one that he fought first, that was the
Oh.
champion.
Yeah, Ching.
Yeah, Ching.
And-
I was like, I didn't.
Tiger Chun Li. I think that was his wrestling name. Because I was like, when I saw that guy, I was like, there's no way that guy's not a professional wrestler. No
He
way
looked
in
like
hell.
it. They
Yeah.
mention wrestling a lot in this movie too.
Yeah.
They're like,
yeah.
oh, we got this wrestler. Oh, we got this guy. And I'm like, nobody's wrestling.
Yeah.
They're beating the shit out of
That's
each other in this
but that's
movie.
what is I guess pulling the wool over their eyes, because they're like, we were told we needed wrestlers, not fighters. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
why
Oh,
all
okay.
these That's why all these wrestlers were getting their shit rocked, is because they're like, it's a different type of fighting, which they're all big guys, you know, like old Vigo was there just roundhousing people.
God damn it.
But he was kicking the shit out of this big dude.
Yeah.
But he beat the piss out of him. Yeah.
But then
he was rope-a-doping.
That's what I'm saying, man. And then the old buddy got one good one on him, and then that was it. But it was just like one of those things where it's like the wrestlers, I don't say they were out of their element because they can hold their own, but they were at the same time out of their element because they were outclassed.
Basically,
there you go.
They're outclassed.
I don't think they were prepared for what they're going to be doing.
I think what happened is Matthias Hughes got his ass whooped so bad he got sent into a painting and had to live in that painting.
Kick your ass.
I'll meet you in the cage, Charlie.
I was just talking to him the other day. Stop it, okay? You just knocked it off.
You didn't tell him about my pubes, did you?
About to. Fucking Garth. But we've jumped light years ahead in this movie. We kind of got to, start this thing out where we start out in Vietnam.
Because it's actually a pretty good opening, right? Yeah.
I did not expect this opener where it's, I'm just going to use this as a reference, kind of like how Tropic Thunder opens and you're in the battle. That's how this movie starts. You're literally in the middle of a battle of them trying to get out and the helicopter picking them up and guys are dying, explosions are going off. I swear to God, an M16 looks like a fucking toy in Lou Ferrigno's hands.
Dude.
It's the tiniest gun. He's like,
you motherfuckers! Dude. Hearing Lou Ferrigno just swear was worth it.
Right? Yeah.
It's like one of those things where it's like you wouldn't expect him to talk like that. He's cherished and all that shit. I don't say he's held on a pedestal, but it's like kids look up to him. And he just turns around like, you guys haven't seen this movie, did you?
But he doesn't cuss as the movie goes on. So no. I like that it switches there. But I guess one thing we should say, in case there is someone out there that has no idea who the fuck Lou Ferrigno is deaf in real life. And that's why he talks the way he does, which I think lends a hell of a lot to this movie.
Oh, yeah.
As it goes. And we'll get into that in a minute. But this opener, I mean, this is Red Brown's element right here at the beginning.
Dude.
Vietnam battle, shooting people.
And then the title
run into the helicopter
above them.
Right.
First of many throughout the whole movie.
He didn't kick down a door and just wave the gun back and forth.
Pray, baby. there was no hut full of children that he mowed down in this one.
But they get pinned down. They're going towards evac. Almost everyone in their little platoon gets killed. I think Reb gets shot twice or something like that, and he's barely making it. Slows him down. Lou makes it to the helicopter first, and they're taking fire. He's yelling we got to get Reb Brown or Scott. It's his name in the movie. So Billy's yelling, Scott, come on. He just gets to him, grabs him by the hand. He's like, I got you. And a fucking
Scott!
bullet comes flying and hits Lou Ferrigno in the head.
Right in the temple.
I was not expecting it. Blood spurt coming out, but he never lets go of Scott. And he's literally the only thing holding on to Red Brown. He Jamie Lee Curtis's him from True Lies out of the fucking area.
Yeah.
With a bullet in his brain, holding on to Red Brown, who's basically passed out too because he's been shot.
Yeah.
That's the opener. Fucking hell, man, this movie starts at 11.
Now ask Lou Ferrigno to open the pickle jar.
And then we take a total 180 and we start playing the most I'll never forget you or something. I forgot how the song goes.
The weirdest 80s
It is a
ballad.
montage of them getting better in the hospital and this song is playing over and I'm like, I don't know why, but I like it.
I had no problem with it.
And you can see Red Brown's getting better, and he's smiling, I'm having a great time. And then Lou Ferrigno's over there; he's still a vegetable man, not moving.
Yeah, he's barely moving. It reminded me of Forrest Gump. I got your ice cream.
Yeah, fucking Lieutenant Dan laying over there.
Lieutenant Dan. No, go ahead, Dustin.
Say in this montage, we do get to see Lou Ferrigno in recovery, which I thought was really neat. like his
Yes.
the rehab he's going through. And dude, when he gets pissed off and fucking slams that table, I seriously thought that was about to break in half, dude. I was like, yo, like he is too big of a man to make that mad. Like,
I bet
just
the
don't-
prop department were like, "That's the only table we have left, Lou. Stop it."
Yeah, please be gentle. Like he probably when he hit it, there was probably like pads on the table that he was like, you have to hit it here so it doesn't break the fucking table.
But it's not any dialogue during this until they start doing the rehabilitation. But so much is told about the time passing. Even where Reb brings him the Purple Heart, for being wounded in battle. I mean, this was I'm with Mickey. It's a little odd for the movie, a tonal shift, but I was in it, dude. I was just like, yeah, okay. You're really they're trying to build up this brotherhood, this bond between these two guys.
Yeah.
And then, you go through the rehab where he's trying to relearn how to walk. And this is a giant dude. And thank God that lady there had Reb Brown as backup in case Lou Ferrigno fell down or got mad, because he was the only thing that was keeping him calm. As they
like
did,
he's getting mad and he's just like, there's a tint of green just coming out of him. It's fucking weird. Like I've never seen it scientifically proven.
There's something later I want to talk about that this will come up.
Yeah, he hits. Yeah, I know somebody. He hits the post.
He does. There's one more thing that pushes it over the edge.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so we get through this montage and they're kind of teamed up together. They're basically Scott, Lou saved his life. So Scott is, indebted to him, but it's more than just, I owe him. It's they're brothers. So, he takes care of Lou. He owns a bar. You see that's kind of how they pay for things. Money's tight. There's a lot of a lot of exposition going on so that you care about these two characters.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the one negative about this movie, and I hate it so much, but I think as much as I love Reb Brown, he is way too stiff in this movie for the dramatic parts that this movie requires.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I love him to death, and he's great in all the fighting scenes and everything. But because this is a drama, guys, shit, this is the first drama we've pulled onto this movie with a fucking cage fighting and guns and Vietnam War.
From looking at the movie, when we get to the cover of the movie, and when there's the context of like what the movie is, it is not. I'll save it, but it's not the same fucking movie, dude.
Yeah.
The rug got pulled, but we're all smiling after we landed on the ground. Okay, that's pretty much how I have to look at this.
But you brought up the fact you mentioning this brotherhood and stuff between the two of them, and that's not how I took it. Because there's a bunch of innuendos and negative comments made towards Reb Brown about particular interests, and one of them being Lou Ferrigno. Like, there's a couple of them that are made, and they're like, "Are you two kind of like,
oh yeah,
a thing?"
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But I think that was from outsiders looking at the relationship and not understanding what it was.
Sure, but I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not complaining if that was an undertone. It's an undertone. I don't care, because there's a lot of intimate parts in this movie too between the two. But you're saying it's a brotherhood.
Yeah, it's more. I took it fully as brotherhood. Now you've got you have the Latin guys who are poking at them a little bit. So of course, without saying the word, they're gonna think they're
exactly.
They're men in tights. But it's, and then the mob guys are trying to figure out this dynamic because they're trying to figure out how to get them to work for them. Yeah, and they're like, "Do you think they are?" But I never took it as. That's what it was.
I wouldn't have been mad.
I wouldn't have been mad.
Yeah.
But honestly, maybe I would have. Not that they would have been, but because as we learn, Lou Ferrigno's basically a child.
Yeah. And then that's where
where I would have my problem.
When you learned that, I kind of was like, okay, all right, he's more or less a guardian than anything.
Yeah. Then there's he's a guardian, 100%. Yeah. Because that's what we do learn is he plays it as a child. I've watched a lot of movies. We all have, we've watched things like What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Sling Blade, stuff like that. And yes, like Tropic Thunder pokes fun at this.
Oh, yeah.
Lou Ferrigno plays this character perfectly.
Yeah.
He was the only person.
He
to
was
do
the
it.
only one. What helps, and I don't mean this in a bad way, is because the way he talks normally, because he's deaf, it sounds off to us. It works for this character because he's not deaf in the movie. He's only, been brain damaged, literally.
Yeah.
What was
Bullet
that?
in the brain.
What was that Emma Stone movie that just came out?
Lisa,
Not Strange Darlings.
Pretty things.
Pretty
something
Things.
Yeah,
Something
something
like
like that. But that's the same. It's the same situation. Like her character is like a grown woman, but with a 6 or 7-year-old mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I loved
Pretty
once
Little
I
Things.
understood
Pretty Little
understood where this movie was going and
Yeah.
what it was telling me. Because again, I was expecting Lou Ferrigno in a cage match and everybody's just beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Like a Billy Blanks movie.
Yeah.
But it was all of a sudden I was like, shit, I'm watching a fucking drama and I'm in. Like I care about the story of these two guys and what's going on.
They did a good job, like moving the story along with action, so that you don't like lull on those moments.
Yes,
you know what I mean. And
I was
like,
never bored in this movie.
And they had this really cool parallel with Scott and Billy, who's Lou and Reb, and then Tony and Mario. There's kind of like a similar dynamic, but not really.
A little bit.
Where Tony
obviously
and Mario's a
the
little more
yin
toxic.
the yin and yang.
Yeah.
So and like you're saying, we have Tony and Mario who are basically they're mob underling kind of wannabes almost.
Wise guys.
And they've kind of
wise guys.
Tony owes a lot of money to a lot of people, and he owes a lot of money.
He keeps betting on the wrong.
Yeah, he bets the wrong fight. He brought a fighter in that got his ass kicked. So he owes like this big mafia guy a lot of money. He owes Takashi, which is not his name in this movie. I forget.
Lin
Tin Loom Yin. So Takashi is what we're going to call it. Because I am not getting canceled for that. So he owes him a ton of money. So, and he has like, what was it, like 48 hours or some ridiculous
he's requested
10 days. Yeah, 10 days.
10. Well, that's for the big mob.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah.
But
to
48
Takashi,
hours.
it was 48 hours.
Yeah.
And for some reason, and this is 80s, 90s, we have to have this Latin gang that just shows up at the bar to cause chaos everywhere.
Just because people were afraid of bikers is what it is.
Where these two guys are, like these two gangsters, let's just have a drink and figure out what the hell we're gonna do.
And they end up in Scott's bar, and Diablo and his crew. And Diablo, I can't.
My man from Renegade.
Renegade, Branscombe Richmond, man.
Yeah,
he will always be the guy from Renegade. For
his name Billy.
I think it's Billy in there, but fucking Lorenzo Lombas and this dude in Renegade. That was my show.
Hell yeah. As soon as I saw him, I was like, Renegade.
Was that a Simpsons episode where he's animated? He goes, "Okay, let's go, Renegade."
Yeah.
And then they're watching television. But yeah, so they rough up the bar, and Scott and Billy have to break it up, and they end up fighting, and Reb's taking on like 4 or 5 guys. Billy's over there playing a video game before he realizes, oh shit, Scott's in trouble. But it's that switch. Scott's in trouble, and this motherfucker comes in like a freight train.
It's like somebody said,
don't want to make him angry.
No, you don't.
It's like somebody asked him where his baseball was, and he was like,
God damn it, Mickey.
Oh.
But no, like for as big as Reb Brown is, learning how big he is, dude, like the amount of roundhouse kicks he does in this fucking movie, dude. I'm like, that is a giant man swinging a giant leg at you. Be fucking careful. And in cowboy boots. Even make
and blue jeans. Blue jeans and cowboy boots.
Jean-Claude to shame, dude. Just fucking these roundhouses.
Yeah. So they bust up these guys, knock them out. We learned that, Scott's hurting for money. The mob guys see this fight and they immediately go up to Reb Brown and they're like, because they need to make money. So a good fighter, they could make the right bets. And he's like, hey, could you use some extra money? You look like you're a really good fighter. Red Brown's like, nah, fuck off, get out of here. They see Billy and they're like, Billy, that was pretty awesome. And then they start realizing he is slow. He is not quite the brain of a child to them yet.
He has disabilities,
they don't make that,
and they recognize
he has a disability, and they see it. Mario for sure sees it.
Yeah.
And they do this thing where they're like, okay, you don't have to fight, but they befriend Billy.
They start to manipulate him. Like
They
use
do.
that to their advantage, his
You
intelligence.
see my van
Right.
over here? It says free candy.
It's kind of that, but it was just but it was one of those things like once they knew their names, they could personalize it to Billy. They're like, hey, you helped your brother Scott in there. Scott's a really good guy. He takes care of you, doesn't he? You want to help Scott, don't you? And they manipulate Billy into, and this is how fucking good Lou Ferrigno is. I am in it. I am believing everything he is putting on screen as this character of Billy. I'm totally sold. And the Italian guys concoct this plan that, okay, we're not going to convince them. Money's not going to shake them, but maybe we firebomb their fucking bar.
Dude. And
Jesus.
when this happened, I heard Charlie screaming from my house because this dude is creeping into this bar with a Molotov cocktail. And it's cool because it's almost like a you keep saying it's the Italians. The shot that they're using is a very Italian shot. Like they have like the very thin wall dividing, but it's showing two different spaces of this bar. And
you're looking at the back room and the main entrance at the same time.
It was very good.
Yeah,
it was.
And dude
And
fucking lights the Molotov. Okay.
Yeah. To be clear, though, I just these were the guys that they beat up earlier too. So
Yeah,
there was that factor there too.
Yeah, he hurt me.
Well,
They were mad. They were pissed off anyway, and then for
yeah.
somebody to say, "We'll give you some money, you go burn that bitch down," there, like.
But they did
"Yeah,
make
man."
the stipulation: you cannot hurt anyone.
They did say don't hurt anybody. Yeah.
And he was adamant about that. He's like, do not hurt anyone. You can go firebomb this place. We'll give you a couple $100. Jesus, I felt like that was
Now-
really
who-
cheap.
you know
He
who
said,
else
to give
took
it to you
that much
now
money?
and then more later. Like, how much more?
Right.
You know who else took that much money to sell someone out? Our boy who sold Paco out.
Oh, yeah.
And fucking Hands of Steel.
Oh yeah.
He's like, yeah, I don't care, but I hate that motherfucker.
I'd have done it for free.
I had it done it for free, dude. This movie was just missing arm wrestling. Could you imagine Lou
Oh, yeah,
Ferrigno arm
Dude,
wrestling?
yes, I was thinking that. the whole
I
time.
would have loved that. But
Yeah.
Dust is talking about this
Yeah.
shot where the guy comes in to burn the place down. We meet an older woman that works for Reb at the bar, and she happens to be there working, stocking, and the crazy guy that you see in the movie. We're not going to walk through the whole movie, but the crazier
He's a
of the
henchman.
group.
He's like the
he's
second
henchy.
hand guy, the right hand.
Yeah,
He's
He didn't-
not Al Leong.
yeah. No, we're not even to Ali Ong yet.
No, I'm saying like, for henchman wise.
This guy doesn't give a shit about hurting people. He hears her, like, she thinks it's Billy messing with her, trying to scare her. And he's just like, he's happy. He
Yeah.
lights that motherfucker, throws it. And I'm like, oh shit, it's going to catch fire. He gets out to his car. This place doesn't burn. This place fucking explodes.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I heard Charlie from my house, because
Yeah.
this explosion was like, it's probably one of the best we've had on the show so far. And
Honestly, yes. Especially for as close as the actor was to the
Yeah.
building.
yeah,
That was
Like,
a
he's got
big
no
ass
eyebrows
explosion.
left.
He doesn't
that's
know.
what I'm saying. His hair's like fried back, dude.
That wasn't grease in the hair. That was that fireproof gel in his
Yeah.
hair.
That's what it
holding
was.
back.
And I just hear Charlie's fucking screaming from his house, dude. 'cause
From
it was a-
Virginia to Florida, you will hear it, sir.
That's the call of Charlie.
Woo-ha!
Yeah, but no, like then I love this dude because the cops roll up to Red Brown's house and they're like, "Hi, are you Red Brown?" And they're like, he's like, "Well, yeah." And they're like, "Hey, just so you know, your bar burned down. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. Bye." I'm like,
Wow.
"Wow."
And the chick
That's it.
died.
He said one of your employees is dead.
One of your employees died and your bar
Hi.
burned down. Later, Like
dude.
that's not police procedure. I don't think. I don't think that's how that works.
No.
Oh my god, dude, and that shit had me rolling. And Lou Ferrigno goes out back, and he's just,
Oh man.
here it is,
God,
dude. Here
dude.
is the performance of a lifetime.
Yep.
One of them. One of them.
One of them.
And he's sitting
One of
there
them.
talking about how he's gonna miss her, and like this is where like when Red Brown starts like rubbing on his shoulders, I was like, okay,
That was weird. That was awkward.
no, but I'm like, it wasn't awkward. I was just like, okay, maybe it is that, maybe,
Right, but it's not.
it's not at all.
It's not.
At all. But I was like, okay, tight. You know, now they're gonna get fucking revenge in the cage. Nope.
Well, this sets off.
That's not
This
what
this
happened.
basically sets off the rest of the movie. Like this is where we're going
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
This is how everything happens.
Now it's like light speed almost. Like
Yeah.
we see Reb at the fucking that they let that motherfucker burn down.
Yeah,
He
those
is
ashes.
at there's ashes and 2x4s,
Oh,
and he's sifting
shit,
around.
insurance money.
And then these
yeah.
damn bankers have the nerve to
banker
roll up.
lady. Did you
and-
guys think she was going to be like a love interest for him later in the movie? Like I
Nope.
felt like she was going to come back for
Oh,
some
you,
reason.
you see her betting on him in the cage.
That'd have been awesome.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I paid for that fighter, and I made the right bet.
And all it was is she's like, you didn't have enough insurance to cover the building, and I'm like, what? You're a fucking bitch.
Here's
she's like,
$1,000 and eat shit.
You still owe money. He goes, how the fuck am I going to make money and still pay it? He's like, I'll figure it out. Hands her like whatever he had in his pocket. And he's like,
Yeah.
here, I'll get the rest. And he fucking storms off. All this is happening. And Tony and Mario, read the paper and realize, fuck these guys. They killed somebody. But we're still about to die. We need to go speed things up. So they convince Billy, they know where he lives, like, hey, Scott is going to go out of town for a couple
Yeah.
days. We're going to take care of you. And, Scott said, it's okay. You're cool. And Billy believes him and gets in the car with him. Don't get in cars with strangers, kids. And you'll end up in a cage fight later in life. and they bring him.
The barbarians were kidnapped and turned into fucking monster men. Lou Ferrigno is kidnapped and turned into a monster man, dude.
Just saying, man.
Yeah.
It's statistics.
Conan was taken and made to push a wheel of pain around in circles.
There you go.
Then he ended up in a fighting pit.
The chosen one in Kung Pao was his parents were killed and he was thrown down a cliff. Look at him now.
Yep.
But they take them for sandwiches. They take
Sandwiches.
it back to their
Yeah.
place.
Yep.
And like
Delicacy.
now's where it's like, what do you need me? He's asking questions like, what do you need me to do? I'm ready to go to work. And they're like, yeah, you're going to make some money so you can build back your bar. And, Mario's sitting there just kind of like, I can't wait to hear this shit. Like, what are you going to say, Tony? And that dude is slick as hell. And he's just like laying it on thick, manipulating like, oh man, don't you just, he keeps saying, don't you want to help Scott? Don't you?
It's
wanna
all about help Scott
Yeah.
because
Well,
that's
yeah, sure I
key.
do. He's like, you got any mustard? He's like, go get him the damn mustard.
I love that.
You got any pickles? Go get him the damn pickles.
Which one was Tony? Tony was not the fighter,
Tony-
right?
The
Tony
boss.
was the not fighter. He was the
So-
boss.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Tony sits there and fucking gets caught in a lie by Lou Ferrigno.
Oh yeah.
He's like, sitting,
He's
he's
not
like,
that
and
stupid. Yeah.
no, but then Mario's like, shut the fuck up. I'm going to start talking to him like this. And he goes, you have to be nice.
Yeah, because Tony doesn't pick. Tony is
Yeah.
Tony's worried about dying. He owes
Yeah.
a lot of money, so he's getting impatient. Mario figures out kind of how to talk to Lou,
Yeah.
which comes into play later because Mario then becomes kind of a savior to Billy.
Like
as the movie
Dalsim
goes.
to Blanca.
Okay, a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
I'll
sure.
give you that one. Little Street
Another
Fighter
green guy.
reference.
Yeah.
But
Another green guy.
I really like when they're eating these sandwiches and all this is going on. Mario calls him Bill, and it like something flips in that dude. He's like, "My name's not Bill, it's
Yeah.
Billy." And I was like, he was about to whoop that guy's ass for calling him Bill.
He was going to hurt him. I think he stands up a little bit. And they're
Yeah,
like,
he's like,
whoa,
you want to go?
Because he towers over both of them in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Um,
So you can see these little moments throughout the movie where like he can flip a switch, and when he does, it's not good. Like
There's a
foreshadowing
rage behind the eyes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anger, yeah, sure there is.
Yeah.
Some gamma anger.
Ooh, baby.
But during all this time, Red Brown is trying to find him. Like, where's Billy? Because he's lost him. He don't know where he's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so he goes to the cops, and they're like, fill out some paperwork, missing persons, And he's like, dude, you guys are no fucking help. And he sees the cop's cup's got like a demon thing on it, and he remembers that guy's tattoo from
the gang.
The gang.
Can I call him Cholos? Or is that...
I was gonna say I keep wanting to call them Cholos too. Are we allowed to say that?
I'm not gonna say. I'll allow it.
Okay,
Anyway.
Dustin said he allowed it.
Oh, but dude, he
It's
hopped.
this L.A. Hispanic gang. There's some bad dudes.
Yeah,
Dude, that rag top he jumps in though, man.
Bruh.
dude.
It is badass, dude. I love that. I love ragtop Jeeps, man.
This point in the movie, from here to the even, I guess, but to the cage. This whole chase between Red Brown trying to find Billy is awesome with these guys.
I was not for what I was expecting out of this movie. So far, I've not gotten anything I've expected except for 2 cage fights that we've seen from Tekashi. And I went for a movie called Cage. I'm not a lot of cages in this thing because Red Brown goes scorched earth.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. And kind of in the background of all this going on, we are getting like hints into what's going on with the cage people, like every now and then. Like there's a lady taking pictures, investigating them or something, and then
Al Leong's
we see these
following
guys
her,
in
but
the
he works
background.
for Tekashi. So we're like,
Yeah.
is he gonna attack her? What's going on?
So there's all these little things that they're talking about, like the underground ring, but it's the main thing going on is what Red Brown and
Right.
Billy Lou
Yeah.
Ferrigno.
And so our good fellas get to where we're gonna have the cage
okay,
fight.
fellas, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the okay guys. And then so they go to talk to Tekashi and they're like, hey, we got a fighter. And he's like, you can't fight my champion. And they're like, the fuck? Why? He goes, he's not proven. He's gotta, who's gonna bet on a guy that's not proven, and that's where we make our money is all the bets. During all this, and this is how fucking insane this movie goes as far as throwing people, this other mob guy shows up. And it's the guy Tony owes more money to. And he's like, hey, the fuck's going on in here? Well, you guys,
Hey,
this
you
is the most,
fucking mooks.
Dude, he's laying it on.
he
with
is the
racist-
most racist
okay.
guy in this movie. We're not
And
going to
hey,
repeat it.
Who's
but,
carrying his money for him?
dude, fucking Danny fucking Trejo is in this
Trejo,
bit.
yeah.
And his name is Danny. He's like, Danny, show him the money.
Love it. Now, not one line out of that motherfucker.
Nope.
But he's
chief.
got like 5 scenes. But this fucking guy walks in and he's like, hey, you owe me some fucking money, Tony, but I'm not here for you right now. Hey, you guys having these fights here. I need a piece of these fights. I got a fighter.
I like that. Yeah.
And then Tekashi's like, he's not proven. The fuck you mean he ain't proven? The fuck you talking about?
You fucking
Get out of here.
Such a wise
And
guy.
so
Yeah,
it turns
listen,
into
my mother over there, she cooked these meatballs for us.
fucking pasta fagioli over here.
Hey,
But, yeah, but it turns into fucking the 2 mob dudes. Their fighters have to fight each other before they can even touch Tekashi's champ
Yeah.
in this movie. And so you have Billy. Now they can bet a little bit, so they can make a little bit of money, and they kind of run some side bets. Tony convinces the mob boss, hey, if Billy beats your guy, I don't owe you any money. And a matter of fact, you owe me 10 grand. And the mob guy's like, I fucking like you, Tony. All right, we do that. We'll do that. Daddy, we got the money, right? There's your fucking Machete's over there, like nodding his head, like, yeah, we got the money.
Machete don't talk.
Machete don't talk in this movie. And so we get this fight, and now we got this situation of we, as the audience, know Billy doesn't want to fight. You got to kind of, he's a protector when he's fighting. There has to be a reason for him to fight.
Yeah.
And so now they're basically like, not even just, tricking him. They're pushing him into this, cage. And he's like, I don't want to do this. He's really getting serious about it. Mario's even kind of like, I don't like this, boss. I don't want to do this anymore. And Tony's like,
Dude.
shut the fuck up.
Tony,
like-
he fucking backhands Lou Ferrigno, And
Oh, dude, yeah.
You see his neck like pop up like this, dude.
Those veins. Boom.
God damn it, dude. He like grabs him by the fucking head and he goes, "Do not touch me, man."
I think it was like, "Don't do that again,"
or something like that. Yeah.
it was
But
like
just imagine getting palmed by Lou Ferrigno, dude. I'm instantly pissing my pants. I'm sorry, dude.
oh shit! I have evacuated all of my orifices at that point.
Oh, but like during all of this, like Red Brown has found him. He's like, "Hey,
Well,
we're gonna."
Oh no, you've
Let's
gone
not-
way too
'cause
fast.
This
Oh,
is
did
my
I?
favorite,
Okay.
my favorite
Okay.
part of the movie is him trying to hunt down these guys to find him.
Okay, go ahead.
Like,
Yeah.
so when he leaves the police department, he finds just random dude wearing a red bandana on the side of the road, runs him down, puts his foot on his throat. He's like, "You tell me where this guy's at with a demon tattoo on his arm." He's like, "I don't know, man." And he's like, "You wear the same bandana. You tell me right now." And eventually he's like, "Go to the pit. You'll maybe find him there."
Yeah.
Hops in his Jeep, hauls ass to the pit. And dude, this is cinema. This was like, I was like, I'm watching a Martin Scorsese movie right now because Red Brown pulls up in his Jeep, gets a pistol grip pump shotgun out of the passenger seat, rolls in there, and just, I'm going to count to 10. And if one of you motherfuckers don't tell me something, I'm spraying this place down with shotgun shells. Dude.
I'm all out of bubble gum.
Dude, that was
basically, is what
yes.
happened.
He opened the door, the light shined in, and he just kind of steps through Terminator style. And it's like, he's like, start talking.
Oh, dude, it's
Blows a hole
so
in the
good.
pool table. He's like, I'm not joking. Like, you guys can start talking, or I'm gonna start killing people.
Yeah,
Charlie's over there just wiping all the drool off
Oh,
his face.
Dude, I was like, I love this so much.
Sweating.
again, I was not expecting Red Brown going like scorched earth in this thing, and he fucking starts finding these dudes, and
He counts to 10, and
he
nobody
counts
tells him
to
anything.
10.
And he starts shooting shit.
He goes fucking nuts in this place. That's also where we get the "you wouldn't hit a lady."
The
would you?"
lady, the big
She's
old lady, yeah,
big
yeah, yeah.
girl with a giant fucking knife, and she's like, "You wouldn't hit a girl." The fuck he won't.
He pistol whipped.
Boom!
He's like, she said you wouldn't shoot a woman, would you?
Oh
He's like,
shoot!
boom, pistol whip and punch in the
Pistol.
face.
So good.
Oh man.
But he chases the right hand man is there, and he chases
Yeah, the
him
guy that
down.
actually burnt down the bar, and,
And
he
this
doesn't know
idiot-
it's him just yet.
Yeah, but this idiot leads him right to where he needs to go, which was awesome.
Yeah,
And
dude, I
this is
love this.
another great loot. This was really good now. All right. Because Red Brown rolls up in there and just gets surgical with that shotgun.
He does.
First dude like sees him, blows his ass away behind it. Like he falls behind a couch, and then he's got the other guy
he's
like
gone out of the building. He's
dude,
in
he
another
blows him through a wall
county.
or something, and he's got the other dude pinned up, and he's just begging for his life. He's like, I didn't know that lady was in there. Those guys paid me. I was just doing a
Yeah.
job. Blah blah. Please don't
Diablo
kill me.
renegade guy. He
And he-
is like crying.
And Scott just wants to know. He's like, just tell me where's Billy's at. Where Billy at? Tell me right now. And tell me where those two guys that took him. Tell me right now. And like they're
Yeah.
just arguing. And then finally, I think the other guy tries to make a move.
So the second guy he had already knocked out, he
Yeah.
gets up and he starts to make a move at Reb Brown, and Reb turns to take care of him. Diablo then tries to shoot him
He
as
picks up a
soon as he
gun.
turns his
Yeah.
back. Reb fucking turns around, blows a hole through fucking
I love that shit.
Renegade.
Blood all over the refrigerator, sliding down. I was like, this is awesome.
Then he spins around. He spins around, and I think he had knocked the second dude into something that caught fire.
No. He
What was
Molotov'd that motherfucker.
Oh, he
it was like,
Molotov'd him, that's
it was
right.
like it was like karma. Like, oh, you burned down my. Well, he didn't know he did that, but he got him anyway, and he burned that guy.
He
hit
got him
with-
down. And this is how fucking dark this movie got.
Yes, thank you.
Dude is burning and going, fucking shoot me. Please just shoot me. And Reb Brown just watches this dude burn. to death.
dude. I was like, fuck yes.
This is cold shit right here.
This
he's
is my
like-
favorite part of the movie.
Oh my God, it was so goddamn good. We're not giving it any justice.
No,
okay?
you have to see it.
This is a movie you must fucking watch.
That whole sequence reminded me of like Scarface, Taxi Driver, shit like that, where it's just like, this is fucking brutal and it's awesome.
100%. All intercut between Lou Ferrigno fighting in the cage and
Yeah.
this happening. So you're getting two storylines as this go. And then eventually we end up with like three once we throw Al Leong into this.
Yeah.
But Billy is now getting his ass kicked in
Dude.
this cage. This other guy is beating the shit out of him, bloodied up, and Billy doesn't want to fight.
He's begging. Like
He's
I don't
bet
wanna.
he goes to the door, they won't let him out, and
I was getting sad. I was like, "Please
dude,
stop."
my heart was breaking.
Yeah.
But he finally got to that breaking point of when that dude, he like turns into the Hulk almost.
Yeah.
And he
hits the post.
green.
he snaps on this motherfucker. And it's almost like it was no contest if Billy actually wanted to fight from the beginning.
Right. You're right.
Billy would have destroyed anyone that got in that thing.
Yeah.
But when he turns, dude, he is destroying this other guy's fighter. And the big mob boss is getting pissed off. Like, the fuck, I was winning. Now I'm losing. Now, here's the thing I want you guys, if you didn't notice, Billy's wearing purple sweatpants the entire end of this movie. He's wearing purple Incredible Hulk sweatpants. And I went, oh.
They were like navy blue or something.
Nope, they were purple as shit. And I went, motherfuckers wearing Hulk pants, running around fighting.
I think they knew what they were doing with that. That was
100% they did.
Yeah.
Do you have any workout clothes, Lou? Yeah, actually, I got these purple pants that I used to wear all the time.
Yeah.
Do you think they like? He's like, what's my wardrobe? And they're like, he's like, oh, God damn it! All right, fine, give them to me.
Listen,
okay.
We were thinking about this character for you, right? He has purple pants, and sometimes when he gets real mad, we'll body paint you green. Is that okay?
We have an incredible role for you, Lou.
Yeah.
And that's exactly
incredible role.
So he beats the shit out of this guy. He wins. The other mob dude's like, fuck, okay, whatever. All right, I'm a man of my word, Tony. All right, you won. Okay.
Bring out my mudder.
Yeah.
And now Tony's like, okay, now we want to take on the champ because now I got to make money to pay back Tekashi. And Tekashi's like, yeah, you earned that. And Tony's like, okay, so we're going to set this up for next week. And Tekashi goes, 30 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Tony's fucking face drops. Mario's like, the fuck did he say?
And Billy's face is pretty fucked up.
Billy's all mad. He is bloodied, messed up. He just wants to go back in the back. I'm watching this movie going, that motherfucker say 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Holy shit. And they literally take him back to the back room, getting him ready. And Tekashi's like, you want the shot? 30 minutes, because everyone's here. Now the bettors have seen what Billy can do. More money's going to roll through. And now Tony's like convincing the mob guy, like, put all your money on Billy. Make even more money. He's trying to ingratiate himself with the mob boss, get in good terms with him. And Mario's like, the fuck are we doing, man? This ain't right. No, this ain't cool.
And it's kind of like that's where you see like the compassion where Mario's like he's more or less he became Billy's guardian at that point.
Mario flips, and I love it to death.
I thought that was really good. That was a good trait.
But he ends up being the one talking him into doing the second fight. Because actually it's a life or death thing. He's like, look, man, that guy is gonna kill Tony, me, and you.
And probably Scott. I think he says he may even try to kill Scott.
He's like, if we don't do this, we're all dead, man. He's like being real nice. He's doing it in a nice way. I don't think he's not lying to him. He's just trying to coach him up.
I didn't take it as manipulation. I took it as survival for Mario. Tony, it's manipulation and survival all across. Mario's the only one that is at least like trying to he would have been fine with it if it had been a week later.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that he's all fucked up and everything. And is this a point where
at this point Red Brown has made it there, but
Red Brown is
captured and he's thrown in with Al Leong, who happens to be an undercover cop. We didn't really
we didn't really talk about that. The mob boss knew him. Yeah.
He called it. What did he call him? Long dong something.
Dude, it's so fucking.
And he
racist.
knees him in the gut, and he's like, "He's a fucking pig."
Yeah.
Dustin, what's Al Leong's name in this movie, sir?
His name is Tiger Joe, baby.
Fucking amazing, dude.
So good. But I liked this part a lot because like this is when they all put their heads together, and Reb Brown is like sitting there, or not Reb. Al Leong is like giving all this exposition, and then Reb's like, all right, we need to start a fucking fire. Start a fire. They'll come in. I'll kick the shit out of them.
Yeah. Did you guys, just real quick, did you guys notice something when he threw Red Brown in there with the reporter and Al Leong? Red Brown kind of acted like he knew her. He's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, they've never met. You know what I mean?
thought the same thing. Like he had
it made
seen
me
her
think,
before.
Did they delete a scene somewhere where they knew
Probably.
each other or met? Because
took
they were almost
forever.
familiar.
Dude, it took forever for me to realize she's the chick that gets blasted in the face with blood in one of the first fights because she's there sneakily taking the pictures.
Yeah.
And obviously, we did Lionheart where that one chick gets hit in the face and she's like, ew,
Oh,
I
man.
love this.
Oof.
This chick gets hit. She about pukes. And I think she really actually almost pukes because she didn't realize it was going to be that much blood sprayed on her face.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all in that room now. Go ahead.
I love it. And they're like, let's start a fire. And like Red Brown's taking his shirt off, Al Leong's taking his shirt off, and they look at her and she's like, no. No. And then it pans back and she has no pants on. But her shirt's long enough to cover everything.
But him and Al are still wearing shirts technically. They
they
just
had
took off
undershirts,
their
yeah.
overshirt.
Oh, yeah.
And they wanted her shirt off for a fire that lasted 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
Look,
most.
man, that might have been their last chance.
True.
To see titties?
Maybe. Maybe, but yeah, no, Red Brown kicks the shit out of these guards, dude. I loved it. And then they make their way up to the cage, right? Like, or the room with.
They go to
Ferrigno.
the room.
But dude, I was laughing though during this whole thing because Al Leong's given. I'm like just entranced that Al Leong's talking, but he's also like, "Yep, there's a fight up there. Yep, we're trapped. Yep, we're probably gonna die." He looked like Arnold in True Lies when they gave him the truth serum. Oh, they're gonna kill us, and then they're gonna torture us, and then they're gonna do this.
And it's not like Bo Leong from TC 2000 when he's only used 3 words because that's all he could put together with it sounding okay.
Right.
Like Al sounds like some dude down the street.
Al sounds like a dude from the valley because Al is a dude from the valley. Okay, that's exactly where he's fucking from.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's
Red
the mystery
Brown
of Al Leong.
Red Brown ends up being the fighter for this final fight, right?
Well,
like
we got a very important thing before that
when
happens.
he gets to that room, there's nobody there because there's still a fight going on.
Yeah, there's still a fight going on, but we also have because Lou does 2 fights, right?
Yeah.
He does. I think he does one, then Reb does one, then he does Lou does.
No. Lou does 2 fights.
Billy fights, and then he has to fight the champion Ching.
Yeah, he has to fight Chang.
And then he gets so messed up in that fight that Reb has to fight the last one.
Right.
But Lou Ferrigno killed him, right?
The Chang guy?
Second
yeah,
guy.
So
okay.
You want to talk about that fight? Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I thought that was I thought that was the bookend fight.
Because that was a badass fight.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, he walked in.
The champion, yeah.
And he fucking was like shaking off, dude. And you just see like the man meat of this champion. And then Lou Ferrigno, an equivalent of man meat, dude. And they just start slapping. Like, it is wild.
Like they're like 2 fucking kaijus fighting each other.
Doesn't I feel like Lou Ferrigno, doesn't he hit like right out the gate? He knocks his ass down.
Oh, he goes
and that dude's
right
like,
in for him.
Wait a minute, what the fuck is this shit?
What the fuck?
He runs him to the other side of the cage and gets him right up against her. I mean, the fight goes on pretty good.
Yeah.
Where Billy realizes he has to fight. He still kind of is protesting going in.
And he catches some shots.
He catches because Mario's yelling like, "Oh fuck, we got to do something." But Lou beats the shit out of Chang. I mean, just messes him up.
Finisher.
It's a
one of the all-time greats.
Dude, he snaps his fucking neck.
How?
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, no, Lou
grabs
the top of the cage. So this fight right here is the cover of the movie. It's the cover of the movie.
Yes.
And dude, Lou he does the fucking pull up while his tree trunks are wrapped around this man's neck.
Yes.
And then that's when another switch flipped on Billy because he realized he killed this man instead of just beating him. He's like, "Oh, fuck."
I thought he was going to choke him out, but then you're like crunch and you're like, "Oh shit."
Oh, he gets him good, dude, and that's when the boss fucking Nakatomi is like Takashi's like, "You killed my man."
Yeah. And he's embarrassed.
What? Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So basically, you've ruined my honor among my customers
in front of everyone. Exactly.
In front of everyone. and then so they basically go, okay, you got another fight in 30 minutes.
That's
It's
it.
Like, motherfucker. Like you're all, but you're also like, well, that was his champ. Well, again, I think a deleted scene because they're like, oh, we just so happen to have the East Coast champ flew in this morning. And I was like,
that was the other champ.
I was like, why was he coming in? Like maybe some exposition for that would have been nice, but
I left that other champ in my pants at home. Sorry. This is the real champion.
So this is where they get Lou into the back room. He is beat to piss.
Yeah,
he is
bad.
like barely holding himself up. Now is when Reb and Ali Young and the girl appear in the room. And fucking Takashi pops in and he's like, oh, everybody's here, I guess. All right.
It's a party. She's not wearing pants.
Exactly. Pants off party.
Yeah.
And so he's like, yeah, Billy's got to fight in 30 minutes. And Red Brown's like, the fuck he does. We're fucking getting out of here. And he's like, no, you're not. I will kill you all. And so he's like, so basically Red Brown is like, then I'm going to do it. And this is, God damn it, man. I wanted to cry. Lou Ferrigno's like trying to raise up and he's like, no, Scott, I'll do the fight. I can do it. And Red Brown's like holding on to him. He's like, no, Billy, you will die. And God damn it, Lou Ferrigno just goes, but I died a long time ago.
Oh,
dude,
man.
Motherfucker!
Dude,
did you hit us with that?
Damn it!
that was a solid one-liner. That's one of the best of of the show so far. Is that fucking line, dude? It was
not expecting this level of like acting coming out of Lou fucking Ferrigno. Okay,
right? I need to ask you, Charlie. Did Jackie watch this with you?
No, I watched this in my office.
Oh, dude, do you think this is something Jackie would have dug?
You know what? I think if I took it back and let her watch it, and I kind of like preface a little bit about what's happening, set her up better than we were. I think she would, because I think she would lose it in the first part. She'd just be like, "Oh, this is just her normal action," or because this is also one you have to pay attention to the dialogue in the movie. You got to be in this movie. But this is when they say it's a gut punch. This was a fucking gut punch when he says those words. And this is where I love Red Brown, but he plays it too goddamn stiff.
Yeah.
That should have been a moment for both of them. And he's like, no, Billy, I got this. I will do this. And then he negotiates the fight. He's like, all right, look, I'll do this, but if we win, we all get to leave. And Takashi's like, okay, but not fucking Tiger Joe over there. Red Brown's like, no, he's included too.
He's part of the posse. But
And
just
then
like you were saying,
everybody was like,
quick,
what happens if you lose? And he's like, I guess we all die. I don't know.
Just to backpedal just a little bit, like how you're talking about how this line impacted you as hard as it did. Learning that how hard that line hit with Billy's mental capacity is what made it what it is. Because I feel like if Billy wasn't that character, it wouldn't have hit the same.
It wouldn't have worked. It would have been like that. I've heard that line before, and it's where guys have talked about being in war, and they go, I died a long time ago. That, you hear that grizzled old voice. It was, and I am purposely not trying to sound like Lou Ferrigno at all, because it comes off very, not PC for us. But because of his deafness and how he normally talks, it comes across so much more powerful. And when he says it, your heart fucking breaks.
Yeah, and we're also made to believe that he has the mind of a child too. That's what makes it even more sad.
Definitely.
Is he still understands what happened to him in Vietnam, while unfortunately having this mental state he's in now.
We didn't even talk about that. That's what fucks him up in the fight with Shang. That flips him.
He keeps hitting that spot.
Shang keeps punching the wound spot where he got shot in the head. And all you see the flashes. It even flashes back to where he gets shot, like that just gets thrown at you in the movie, and where he's holding on to Reb, and that's that moment he just fucking snaps and goes after Sang, and that's why he is so messed up at the end of this fight. Like he's fucking messed up. Like he's almost
a lot
debilitated, even worse. But yeah, no. Now Reb Brown has to fucking go fight, and to me, I'm like, oh fuck, the East Coast dude, like. Who the fuck are we bringing out now? Like, you've already been like hitting me left and right.
It's and like then, the dude from When Nature Calls. He comes out wearing a backpack. Big fucking guy. He turns around and it's Al Leong.
Yeah.
It's fucking Urkel over there.
But who pops out? Fucking random white guy number 5 from the audition shows up. I'm like, I have no idea who the fuck this guy is. This is not like in Lionheart where you got to watch a video of that motherfucker just crushing fucking dudes.
No background, no build up.
He also had like an intimidating presence. This dude is just like
a guy in tracksuit pants.
It's exactly it. Dude.
They call them jobbers.
Jabronis. Definitely a jabroni. And Reb Brown goes in, and this is like, I like the fight, but it's a fucking vanilla fight.
It is until the end.
Reb Brown doing what he did caught me off guard.
Yeah.
But the fight's just a bunch of kicks. Reb Brown takes a couple of punches, but he basically just hands this guy his ass. Yeah. But he fucking this is where he gets behind him, goes for a chokehold, but then moves his hands like we've all seen it in that Key and Peele skit.
Dude, that was immediately what I thought of.
Snapping necks, throws a frisbee and snaps that dude's neck. Fucking Reb Brown just and just floop. This dude falls down. I'm like, I was not expecting that.
That's murder, Brown, brother.
That's what I'm saying. The fight was over.
That dude showed up to the wrong place, is what it was. He was looking for the fucking Oklahoma auditions. And showed up to this, and he's like, "What the fuck is happening?" And he got caught in there, like, "You have to stay or you die."
It was insane the circumstances that happen here, and
then
so
all hell breaks loose.
All hell breaks loose. Nobody's, Takashi's been, basically dishonored. Everyone's losing shit, and he's like, "I'm not fucking." They did like some kind of big bet with the big mafia dude for $1 million, and this cocky son of a bitch is like, "You better have my $1 million, man. You Cops owe me that money." Cops show up, guns come out, people are getting shot left and right. I think Danny Trejo gets popped in this.
Mario,
yeah,
but Mario only gets shot because he jumps in front of the bullets that were going for Billy.
What a trooper.
God damn it, I love this one too. He jumps in front of Billy and takes these 2 shots. Takashi gets fucking shot. Everybody's taking bullets.
And
I know. Yeah.
Well, hold on. I'll let you get that. There's one guy, one of his henchmen that has blonde hair that
has the albino?
like a badass this whole movie who does nothing but just be like an imposing figure. I think he gets shot too.
Yeah, he gets shot, but he shot a rat earlier in the movie.
But the whole time I'm thinking, so look, for me, the whole time I'm thinking, this is the guy, right? Like this is going to be the guy they have to beat. But no, he's just a dude.
I was expecting him to like jump kick Reb Brown in the face or something. Or, heaven forbid, I get a goddamn Al Leong fight in this movie. And that's what I was
going to complain about, is that having Al Leong in this movie and having him not do anything in it was kind of a bummer.
He gets some headshots in this fight.
Oh, he shoots some people, but I was wanting like the ending of Rapid Fire Al Leong, where he takes on, Brandon Lee. But I don't get that at all in here. And, the cops show up, dust to settle down. We see who's dead. Mario's dead. One of the dudes, there's a shot to somebody's fucking forehead, Domer. That was like, holy fuck, that was intense. Takashi. It's really weird how they end this movie. He is shot. He is supposed to be dead.
He's trying to run away. Yeah. Billy grabs him, right?
Oh, yeah. He chokes him out.
He breaks his fucking body. Like, he crushes him. He bear hugs him so damn hard.
And he's supposed to, they show it off as he's dead, but the fucking credits start rolling and he starts moving. I'm like, is that death throes? Is he supposed to come? Maybe. There is one.
He's a fucking robot. Dude.
But look. There's one thing though that's so silly at the end of this, where all the cops are there. They're surrounded by cops. There's cops everywhere, and they've got that briefcase of money. And Al
$1 million.
Leone's like, he's like, I heard you guys are trying to build a bar. He throws in the briefcase, and Red Brown's got like shit-eating grin on his face, like, yeah.
Wonder what I'm going to do with all this money left over for evidence.
I don't think you can do that.
I don't know, man. But Mario sits there and grabs Lou Ferrigno's hand. He goes, "Sun's getting low, big guy."
Oh,
Oh my god, dude! But
son
yeah,
of a bitch, he did.
and then the credits roll with the brand new Billy's Bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Billy's
Out
Bar.
there-
Oyster bar, wasn't it?
out
Didn't it say
there-
oyster bar?
I don't know, but it's out there next to that fucking arm wrestling bar and Hands of
It
Steel.
is. Yeah.
Nah, I hope there's arm wrestling in Cage too, but
I sure
Yeah.
hope there is.
we're all super excited. You have to watch
Cage
this
2 is
movie.
going on the list.
Look,
That's it.
look, hey, it's one of those movies that you just missed somehow, but you need.
I'd
to go
never
back.
heard of it.
I hadn't either. I looked it up when you guys were trying to look for Al Leong, Rick Brown. I was like, I found one, and
And that's the weird thing. I am a Red Brown fan. I've seen most of his movies. I'm a huge Al Leong fan. I try to watch Eric. Sometimes he just shows up in a fucking movie uncredited, and I'll watch shit like that. I saw Billy Blanks in a movie the other day. Split fucking second. Totally uncredited in the thing. But I was like, that was fucking Billy Blanks right there.
There he is.
Yeah. Just fucking pop. What did we watch? the other
Ninja
day on
3?
the Action Elite? No, it was on
Oh.
Action Elite. We were
Not
covering
Nate's Ninja Pick?
yeah, not Nate Ninja Pick. But no, one of the random movies, they were in a prison, and one of the prison thugs in the back is just Billy Blanks fucking standing there. No, it's just all I need to see is the goddamn flat top.
Holding
Yeah.
up the prisoners like this, dude.
And I was just like, well, there he is. There's Billy Blanks. I see you, you son of a bitch. But no, this movie, man. This movie. Oh, Tango and Cash. That's what it was. He's just randomly in Tango and Cash. All right, I say we jump into the things. Let's do it.
The boss says we're dealing with John Mortis.
Really? I heard he beat a guy to death with a toilet seat.
What? No way.
It's true. They also said he killed a man with a soft pretzel. Whoa! I don't even know which one of those sounds cooler.
It's definitely the pretzel.
Well, since this is Mickey's pick, I say Mickey gets to go first. What is your kill of the week out of this movie?
I kind of. There's a lot.
There's
surprisingly.
quite a bit.
And like, there was one I wanted to pick because it was so silly, but I was like, nah, I want to go with the one that like really got me, which is, and I already said it, Red Brown busts in there with them 3 dudes, and he shoots that first guy, and the shotgun sends him over the couch, like almost through a wall. And I was like, that was awesome, because like I was like, this is gonna be great. All of this is gonna be great. It just blew me away. It was so almost not comical, but you know how sometimes they really overemphasize shotgun blasts.
Exaggerated.
Yeah.
Especially shotguns. I love that shit. And I was like, yes, I love
It's
it.
like he was on a launch pad and it went off.
They
and
had
threw
they
him.
had a wire on his harness, and when he got shot, they yanked his ass as hard as they could.
It looked like that chick at the end of Django Unchained. where
Yes,
he shoots
yes,
that girl
yes.
and she goes
Love that
flying
stuff.
into the other room.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it looks painful. Dustin, what's your favorite kill out of Cage?
Oh, it's got to be when Lou Ferrigno grabs the top of the cage and wraps those tree trunks around
yeah.
old buddy's head.
Good stuff.
Cracks that neck, dude, because just imagine that's how you die. It was in between that man's thighs.
I don't know. I don't want to imagine that.
I
Balls
don't
on the
want
back
to
of your
either.
neck.
I want a hug, but not
Balls
that
on the back of
way.
your neck. Charlie, what about you, man?
To me, it's the one that got the biggest reaction out of me, and that's when fucking Red Brown watches that motherfucker burn to death in that same
There you go.
sequence Mickey's talking about. Because I was waiting for that good guy moment of, yeah, I killed him, but let me put him out of his misery and shoot him with the shotgun. Fucking Red Brown watches this dude burn to death, and I'm just like, fuck. Yes,
With dead eyes, just like yep.
dead. This motherfucker, he is staring a hole through this dude on fire. So good, but any of the kills except for like the random gunfight stuff. But he's so good.
Honorable mention, the one I wanted to go with is that dude shooting that rat, because you think he's gonna shoot. He found that lady hiding under the cage that's taking pictures, and he's creeping up real slow. And I was like, oh man, she's about to get got. And he pulls his gun down and shoots. You're like, what the hell did he shoot? A fucking rat falls down on the ground.
What rat can stop a bullet? She's
I was like,
right
that was
behind the rat that he shoots. Where'd
then he's like,
the bullet go?
Even
You
if
guys
it
get in
hit-
here and clean this up.
Even if it hit the ground,
It would have hit her.
It would have ricocheted and hit her.
There
Yeah.
was no geometric shape to make that it would not have hit her between the eyes.
I just thought that was silly, and I liked it.
And she stays put. Like the camera keeps showing her peeking through the hole, and dude's walking up. I'm like, fucking move, bitch.
Yeah,
There's
get the hell
another.
out of here.
There's another side of the cage. Run.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the poster.
Come on, you guys are making this too easy. You looked way tougher in your mugshots.
All right, Mickey, you're kicking it off again, brother.
So, this is the Cage 1989 poster where it almost looks like a newspaper's been torn or something's been torn, and he's got him in that leg lock, right?
The trunk lock.
Man, I love that poster, but I don't think it does this movie justice. Like, it could be so much better, I think. Like, I need, like, Red Brown with a shotgun in the background. Like, one of those, like, cool-ass things.
Like the Vinegar Syndrome poster.
Yeah, because this just looks like man, we're going to have a fighting tournament in a cage, and it's going to be dirty and gross and gritty and grimy, which it kind of gets gritty and grimy, but
It does eventually.
the movie poster doesn't do this movie justice. That's what I'm going to say.
Fair. Dustin.
I'm going to say the same thing because this movie poster sold me on a completely different movie. Like, I thought we were getting this shit. Like, you just see Lou Ferrigno in here fighting this giant other man, and I thought that's all we were going to get. Not Oscar-worthy fucking acting from both Lou Ferrigno and Al Leong. Dude. No, it does not do the movie justice at all.
I'm going to echo all three of you guys. It definitely does not. I'm looking at all of them. Hell, there's a movie poster that is them in Vietnam.
Yeah, I don't like that one at all.
It looks like a cover of a novel.
I don't like that at all.
Dude, the poster, the cover where, like, Lou Ferrigno's squaring up to the dude from Shaolin in the cage.
Yeah. What is
that dude's not even in the movie.
No.
Where's
He's
that
not.
guy from? Yeah.
And now that I'm looking at this, I messaged Charlie because I watched this movie, or I started watching this movie on YouTube, and it was this cut. Right until after the hospital scene, the movie went to French. So I'm like, I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, no, that dude's not even in this movie.
Yeah. There's another one where it's the back of Matthias Hughes, and it's a little bit better.
That one's best.
If I got this movie, this is the one I would want.
Yeah, same.
Only one winner.
The Orion cover.
Yeah, only the winner gets out alive. That's the back of Matthias, and yeah, that's the one I would prefer. So Matthias was the fighter from the big mob guy. He's the one that he brought in. And,
The Italian, yeah.
Yeah, the Italian.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Let's rate this from the painting.
Yeah.
Okay, but are we talking Predator Arnold, Running Man Arnold, or like Batman and Robin Arnold?
All right. Let's start with Dustin. Mickey, you picked this. You go last.
Yeah.
So, Dustin, what are you ranking Cage?
Don't hate me. Neither one is.
Okay.
This is a basic movie for me. Only because the cover sold me on something I didn't get. And the last half of the movie kicked ass. But I didn't have enough of the last of the movie. So
okay.
Lou Ferrigno was great in it. I'm not gonna take anything away from him, but no, this movie was what would you say? It's a high basic?
Yeah, you can do basic plus.
Basic plus. That's what we're talking about.
We're like a cable company. You can do basic plus there.
Charlie, what about you?
So I get where you're saying this movie sold us on something that we weren't expecting. Although I got to be fair, all that shit was made up in my own brain because I didn't watch the trailer. I didn't even really look at anything except a picture, and it just went, "Fuck it, we're going in." Which is kind of like how I like to do movies. This movie's bad fucking ass. Like, this movie gave me more than I was expecting. I got awesome acting from Lou Ferrigno. I got an amazing sequences of fucking badass action from Reb Brown that I was expecting. I did get cage fights, and the cage fights ended up being fucking amazing. Ali Leong has speaking role in this movie, and it fucking just blew me away. It opens in Vietnam. I mean, just I have, other than how stiff Reb Brown is, I have zero complaints about this movie, and I kind of wish this was, maybe they had a little bit more money, or someone had, coached Reb a little bit more. I don't want you to fucking touch Lou Ferrigno in this movie.
Sure.
For him, Mario, I even like Tony. I like the asshole Italian guy. Takashi feels like a slimy piece of shit, which is a nice little a flip from what he was in Die Hard. So this movie gave me shit I didn't know I wanted, I guess is the way to look at it.
That's
Sure.
And it's fucking badass. Like this, I want this movie. I should have bought it when I rented it off of Prime, but we never know what we're getting into.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was, Jackie had a credit, so actually I watched this movie for free. So when I buy it, I'm still ahead of the game. So badass. I love this fucking movie. Mickey, what about you, brother?
All right, look. You hit on some things that I was thinking. There's all kinds of action movies in this action movie. We've got war. We've got mob bosses. We've got cage fighting. We've got barroom brawls. We've got like
gangs,
high-speed chases. We've got shotgun, like gritty, like shotgun battles, shootouts.
Yeah.
There's so many tropes and like genres there, but it never felt like this was too much. Because usually you're like, okay, this is way too much rolled into one movie.
You're like,
I didn't
make up
feel like
your mind in a movie.
I never felt like that. I was like, everything is balanced, everything works good, and everything, it paces well. Yes, it is a little slow at the beginning. I get that.
Very minuscule.
But even so, there's still like, they're trying to mix some stuff in there with like little shots into what's going on in the cage fighting before everyone gets there. Dude, Lou Ferrigno's amazing. I like Reb Brown in this, but I get where you're saying he's stiff. He was still like badass, especially when he was on his rampage with a shotgun. I loved that. I can't emphasize enough how awesome that is.
Reb Brown in his element was perfect. It was when he was out of his element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie was badass, man. Like certified. Like by the end of this movie, I was like, I think I might have just watched like a top 10 for me. Like I love this damn movie so much.
Same.
And I had no idea. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. After the Vietnam thing, I was like, this is cool. And then the like montage with the sappy song over it that I actually like. But I was like, I don't know, man. I might have bombed here. But then it takes on a life of its own after that, and it just gets better as it goes. And I was like, yes. By the end, I was like, this is one of the most badass movies I've ever watched. So yeah,
so
fair. Yeah,
Mickey told us to read the Wikipedia plot of this. Mickey, would you care to read this Wikipedia plot for us?
And so look, if it's on Wikipedia, it's true. Right?
That's what I'm saying. No one can go on there and make it their own.
It's brief. It's not long.
No,
minutes.
This is quick.
A GI in the Vietnam War saves his buddy's life, but in the process is shot in the head. The injury results in brain damage to the point where he basically has a child's brain in a very large man's body.
True.
When they get out of the army, the two open up a bar together, get some local gangsters making things tough for them after they refuse to take part in a brutal cage match. Where fighters battle to the point of serious injury and or death. Possibly the greatest movie ever made, dude.
That is in the Wikipedia at the end of the plot.
Whoever added that, high five, bro.
So
I wish I'd have been the guy to add that.
The summary on IMDb is everything Mickey said verbatim, except for that last statement.
Except for possibly the greatest movie.
It's
whoever you are, sir, we see you.
Yeah.
And we stand shoulder to shoulder with you, sir.
There's even the parentheses, very large man's body.
Yeah. In parentheses, very large.
Yeah,
he's a big dude. He was the Hulk for a reason, guys, and it worked on TV.
Written by Frank Fobb 2 at yahoo.com.
Frank Fobb, you are honorary member of the B Action crew now, sir. Welcome. Oh, my God. Mickey,
I'm gonna watch this again. Like a lot, probably.
100%, man. Like, we've done some bangers, and we've picked movies specifically to be bangers. God, this is like our first like sleeper
Surprise.
banger, I think. I
Yeah.
really think so. And damn, I'm so fucking glad we watched it. I'm tired. I've been working hard. Dustin just got back from Japan. I literally walked in and sat down to record tonight, but it was like, I get to talk about this goddamn movie tonight, and I was hyped to talk about it. And I now feel even more energized after talking about it.
Yeah.
Well, I did
Especially
find it
whenever
on eBay.
everybody else was like, it kind of got me a little bit in the old tear ducts. I was like, okay, it's not just me.
Yeah.
I'm not too big of a softie here. I was like, God damn it. You found it on eBay, Dustin?
I did. $30 on eBay.
Worth it.
DVD.
Okay.
There you go.
DVD?
Mhm.
Worth it. I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Vinegar Syndrome. Get me a 4K of this
dude.
bitch out.
See, and that is my only gripe, dude, is because when I was watching it, not only the YouTube rip, but when I found it on Prime, there were parts where like I'm sitting there like squinting, trying to see what the fuck's going on, dude, because there are really dark parts in this movie.
There are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's film quality, and obviously this was done by a cheaper
low budget
studio.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Again, I'm blind as fuck, and I'm sitting there trying to watch this movie, and like there's things that are happening, and I feel like I need to see and pay attention to, and I can't see them. And I watched it during the day, and I'm like, I can't watch it during the day; it's too fucking dark. Watched it at night, I'm like, I can't watch it at night; it's too fucking dark.
Yeah.
So that's my only gripe.
Remaster this thing now.
Yeah, this one I support this one getting remastered.
Yeah.
And this movie got a sequel that we've never heard of either. I know. I can't wait to watch it now. And Lou Ferrigno's back.
Mickey,
He's
you know
in the
what
sequel.
happens? You know what happens, Mickey, when you have a movie that kicks as much ass as you guys think this movie does?
What?
And this movie that has a sequel. You know what happens?
What happens?
It just made the list.
Yes,
it's on the list.
It's there.
Frogtown 2, then Cage 2.
Well, Shadow Warriors is also one of the Devil's Island.
Yeah.
We got some great sequels coming out. 2025, the year of sequels on Z Action. I can't back that up, but yeah. There'll be some sequels. All right, boys, we killed it. That was amazing. Mickey, what you got going on over at Nerd Initiative?
Play for Keeps is humming along. We moved to Monday nights, and I added a co-host, my good friend Tom Craven, who is a guru, man. That guy's a genius. If you want to know something, he knows it. So we talk the history of toys, its influence on pop culture, and we show off our stuff and talk about news. So yeah, check us out on Monday nights, 8 o'clock. YouTube.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Dustin, you're back from your vacay. What's happening over at the old Flicks and Friends?
We are wrapping up Wrestlers Gone Wild month. And then by the time this comes out, and then we'll be heading straight into our Melly Little Brooksmas December month.
Ah, nice.
Have yourself a Melly Little Brooksmas. Yeah. And then over on Barons, we're just doing horror shit, Screambox shit. That's really about it.
Awesome. You guys just did not on Barons, but you guys also did one of your previews. Cryptids. Had Hannah.
Fucking ruled. Yeah, Hannah was a trooper. She told her I'm going to say Bigfoot because that's what I'm going to claim it as.
Yeah, I listened. It was a Bigfoot. That's what I
Yeah, she told us her Bigfoot story, and it was awesome.
Oh.
It was awesome.
She could tell a great story. Love her to death. So if you guys want to listen to Hannah, she is over on Cinema Slab. Anna and Hannah, the ladies over there are absolutely killing it. They were over here doing TC 2000 with us last 2 weeks ago. It's weird the way we're recording. Dustin left and it was like, we haven't recorded for over a month. And now this episode will come out in 2 days. So
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't either. We should be halfway through Ninja November. Should be coming up on Ninja Assassin, my pick for Ninja November coming out. And then we end out with Ninja the Violent Sorcerer. The movie's not good, but damn if it's not a great conversation we have over there about how bad that movie is. We had a great time with it. and no theme in December, but I will. I'll save it till we cover our next pick. We have one more this month. We get 3 drops this month, gentlemen. Do you know what movie we're doing?
No.
We're doing Arena.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They literally didn't remember what movie.
I forgot. But yeah, Arena with we got Paul coming on.
Yep,
Paul,
Paul,
my co-host
from
from
Friends.
Flicks and Friends.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yep, Charles Band production. A lot
Polly
of fun.
boy.
Somehow fits in this theme we got going on this month that we weren't trying to theme.
Yeah.
I am totally down for it. So, all right, everybody. Well, that was B Action. Please go check out Cage. Check out all the great shows we got here. We will be back in 2 weeks to cover Arena. And
but we got one thing we need you guys to remember, and that's don't just watch action.
B Action.
Mission accomplished.